everybody, my name is puppyhowler and welcome to year 2 of Floraclan. If this is the first video you're seeing, hello, hi. This is an ongoing series and I highly recommend you check out the first video first. The playlist will be linked down in the description below. And with that being said, I am pleased to announce that there is not a lot of deaths this year. Hooray! We even managed to find a few more cats to become members of the clan. Hooray again! However, there is some in-clan drama that's starting to crop up, and we will get to that shortly. But for now, let's go say hi to our Star Clan cats, shall we? First cat we have on the list is Stumpy Pelt. He was 79 moons old, childish, and a talented swimmer. He joined the clan after being abandoned by his two legs on the side of the road. That honestly seems to be a common theme amongst a lot of the kitty pets that joined the clan. He was abandoned because he was sick with a disease called red cough, and honestly, when I saw he had that disease, I wasn't surprised that he wasn't meant for this world much longer. However, Stumpy Pelt died happy, knowing that he was in an environment that he was being cared for. Also, I just think it's funny how we now have two cats in Star Clan named Stumpy. Could they be related? I don't know. Probably not. Up next is Ryespot, who was 268 moons old. He was nervous and a good mediator. This cat was sad, honestly. He was found during a border patrol after a two-leg was trying to throw him into a river. Like, they put him in a sack and everything. Like, that is messed up, and luckily the border patrol managed to fight off the two-leg and set Ryespot free. He was so grateful for the patrol saving his life that he decided to join Floraclan. Unfortunately, 2 moons later he would be found dead by the border of Dazzle Clan. However, this cat was old, okay? 268 moons. Like, you do the math, that's 22 years. And because he was so old, there was really no injuries to his body, and the relationship between Floraclan and Dazzle Clan is actually pretty good right now. So no foul play was suspected. Not really much else to say about him. He's just chilling in Star Clan now. And thankfully, that is all of our Star Clan cats for this year. I'm honestly so glad that we haven't had another extinction event in a while. Like, oh my god. Fingers crossed that next year is also lacking in deaths. A quick update on our missing cat. Marsh Quiver is sadly still missing. And we unfortunately have another missing cat. Shine Holly has gone missing. Throughout the year, Copperstar would send a rescue patrol to try and find Marsh Quiver, and unfortunately, Shine Holly got captured by two legs during one of the rescue patrols. Poor guy just cannot catch a break. Dude just wanted to chill and relax after a long and tough first year, and this is what happens. Here's hoping him and Marsh Quiver find their way back home soon, because we miss you! And now on to the cats in Floraclan. And I am pleased to say that Copperstar still has all 9 of her lives. She's miraculously survived the yellow cough outbreak with all of her lives intact. Fantastic. The first half of the year was pretty stressful for Copperstar, to the point where she was actually considering retirement at one point. She had eventually decided to talk with Star Clan and see if she was making the right decisions for her clan. A little bit of world building moment here. I decided to make a place for the leaders and medicine cats to go and communicate with Star Clan. Much like in the Warriors series, they have the Moonstone and the Moon Pool. For Floraclan and the surrounding clans, they go to this big, beautiful cave. It's so big, in fact, it has its own ecosystem inside it. They also have giant, glittering crystals. They call it the Starlit Cavern. And in the Starlit Cavern, there's this area where all the crystals just kind of cluster around each other like a big-ass geode. And they call this area the Moonlit Grotto. The leaders and medicine cats go in there in order to communicate with Star Clan. Alright, back to Copperstar. She was stressed out because of all of the cats that had been lost in the previous year. And while visiting the Moonlit Grotto, she was given a pep talk by Barleypaw and all of her former clanmates. They all said she was doing fine, and none of them blame her for what happened during that fateful year. And since then, she's been doing a lot better. She's more hopeful and optimistic than she ever has before. Especially given the fact that we've been receiving new clanmates. She's gaining the reputation from all the neighboring clans that she's more than welcoming to outsiders, much to the dismay of one particular cat at the moment. Up next is Lake Eagle, who is now 107 moons old. Similarly to last year, he just cannot catch a break and continues getting himself hurt. At the moment, he is recovering in the medicine cat den after getting his leg mangled in a two-leg trap. He was on the border patrol that had rescued Ryespot from being drowned in the river. And since then, everybody's considered him and the other cats who were on patrol heroes. And it's kind of starting to get to his head a little bit. He's also still a little jealous of Copperstar, and also has a slight dislike bar for her, still. However, he's starting to turn his jealousy into inspiration. He made a vow to himself that when the time comes and he eventually gets his 9 lives, that he would be the best leader of Floraclan has ever seen. Also, he has a slight dislike bar for one of the apprentices. Seriously, what did the child ever do to you? I think he just doesn't like kids. I think that's the problem. Up next is our medicine cat, Parsley Seed, who is now 134 moons old. And she has quickly become one of our clan's biggest haters. She literally has a dislike bar for every single cat in the clan, with the exception of Berry Run. As time has gone on, she has really been starting to question Copperstar's judgment, and her insistence on letting in outsiders for the clan. Copperstar has been using the excuse that the clan needs new blood, but Parsley Seed keeps insisting that letting in outsiders would make the other clans think that they're weak, and would eventually take advantage of that supposed weakness. This disagreement has caused a lot of arguments, and a lot of tension between the medicine cat and the leader. And even though she doesn't dislike her former apprentice, she's starting to become slightly jealous of him, because StarClan has been conversing with him more than with her lately. All in all, she's just been a massive hater. Next is our second medicine cat, Berry Run, who is now 19 moons old. He had become a full medicine cat at 13 moons old and was honored for his openness. At the moment, he's been trying to decipher an omen he keeps receiving. He's even gone out of his way to ask Butterfly Path for help, since he also has a very close connection with StarClan. It's to the point that during half-clan meetings, he started asking the other medicine cats from the other clans. Also, I forgot to mention that there are 3 other clans surrounding Floraclan. One of which being Dazzle Clan, that we're already familiar with, the second one being Blotch Clan, and the third one being Raven Clan. One of these days I should make an extra video explaining the world surrounding Floraclan. I think that might be a good idea. It sounds like a lot of fun. Anyway, poor Berry Run is completely stumped by this prophecy, and has even tried asking StarClan multiple times to help decipher it. Other than that, he's been having a pretty quiet year. On to our warriors, we have Pepperfur, who is now 124 moons. She was one of the cats that Copperstar had sent on the rescue patrol to try and find Marshquiver. She was also captured by Two Legs, but managed to escape, but not without that adorable bow wrapped around her neck. And much like Lake Eagle, she can't catch a break and keeps getting hurt. She was sick in the medicine cat den for a month with heat exhaustion and sprained a paw during patrol. She's just so exhausted, and honestly, I think it's time that she finally retires. She is at elder age now. Next is Brush Petal, who is now 54 moons old. He's grown to strongly dislike Parsley Seed because of her irrational hatred towards outsiders, especially towards one particular cat who we'll get to in just a moment. He also feels she's been heavily judging him for having half-clan kids. However, he hasn't let Parsley Seed's judginess get the better of him. His kids are now warriors, and he couldn't be any more proud of them. He's also formed a close bond with practically everybody in the clan. Other than Parsley Seed, everybody loves Brush Petal. He's been having a pretty good year, and let's hope it continues to be good. On to Butterfly Path, who is now 32 moons old. He's currently recovering in the medicine cat den. He injured his leg during a border patrol. This is gonna be a common theme with this clan, I can tell. But that has not stopped him from causing as much chaos as he possibly can, because, y'all, he has started a literal prank war in the clan with everybody. He saw how incredibly stressed out everybody was due to the yellow cough outbreak and losing an entire patrol to a winter storm. He wanted to try and uplift everybody's spirits by just having fun and pranking everybody. He's stressed out too, he's just coping with humor. He's formed a pretty close bond between Brush Petal and Barley Runner and Berry Run and pretty much everybody else in the clan. Everybody loves Butterfly Path. All my homies love Butterfly Path. Next is Barley Runner, who is now 19 moons old. He became a full warrior at 13 moons and was honored for his integrity. He is, get this, you're gonna not believe this, he's also in the medicine cat den for hurting his paw while hunting. Why is my clan so clumsy? There really isn't much else I can say with Barley Runner. He's had kind of a boring year. He's been helping cheer up his sister because she was made a warrior much later than he was, and she's a little insecure about that. But other than that, it's been a pretty chill year for Barley Runner. On to Leaf Lotus, who is now 19 moons old. She had been made a full warrior at 17 moons old and was celebrated for her pragmatism. She graduated late because she was still dealing with the grief of the loss of Shrub Kit, and she also just kept getting hurt and sick, which delayed her warrior's ceremony further and further back. Graduating late was a huge insecurity for her, but thanks to Barley Runner and her former mentor Brush Petal, her insecurity has steadily been going away, and she's been steadily starting to realize that she doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. Her graduating late was beyond her control, and one of her personality traits changed to shameless. And she's been a huge source of encouragement towards the new apprentices in the clan. She doesn't even care about the fact that Parsley Seed literally hates her. I'm not even joking. She has a full red hate bar for Leaf Lotus. I was not kidding when I said Parsley Seed is becoming the biggest hater in the clan. Up next is Yellowbreak, who is 17 moons old. He's fully grown and is now loyal and a great hunter. He was one of the cats who saved Rice Spots. In fact, that was the reason why he became a warrior in the first place. He was made a warrior at 12 moons old and honored for his dedication. Ironically enough, after saving a cat from almost drowning in the river, a month later he almost drowned in a river, and is currently recovering in the medicine cat den, trying to get his lungs cleared of water. The poor medicine cats definitely have their work cut out for them this year. On to Russellburn, who is also 17 moons old. She has grown up to be wise and very clever. She was made a warrior at 13 moons old and was honored for her wisdom. She was a little jealous of Yellowbreak for being able to graduate earlier than she was, but eventually she got over it. She's very proud of her brother and even tells the apprentices how much of a hero he is. She's been working very hard to help out the clan, and even offers to help the medicine cats every now and then. Her hard work hadn't gone unnoticed, as Copperstar had given Russellburn her own apprentice. Russellburn was ecstatic to find out she was getting her own apprentice, and has vowed to be the best mentor she could possibly be. Last but not least, we have Stembracken, who is also 17 moons old, and grew up to be troublesome and a fish-like swimmer. He was made a warrior at 14 moons old and was honored for his boldness. The only reason why he was made a warrior later than his siblings was actually because he hurt his legs while on a patrol. He got attacked by a rogue kitty pet by the name of Phasmo, who I forgot to draw, but this is what he looks like. Stembracken was also sent out on a rescue patrol to help find Marshquiver, and he was also captured by Two Legs for a couple of days. He was able to make it back to the clan safe and sound, but he now has a cute little collar around his neck. He's not too embarrassed by the collar. If anything, he likes to treat it like a battle scar or something like that. And now on to our apprentices, who are, at the current moment, the newest members of the clan. First, we have Fumblepaw, who is 6 moons old. He is fierce, a careful listener, and quick to make peace. While talking about the medicine cats, I forgot to mention that while gathering for herbs, Berry Run had found 3 orphan kits. And the orphan kits are literally all of our apprentices. Copperstar herself decided to make Fumblepaw her apprentice, and he considers this the biggest honor, ever. He's been working his absolute tail off in order to make his mentor proud, even though Copperstar has repeatedly told him that he really doesn't need to do that and he just needs to try his best. Next is Fluffpaw, who is 6 moons old. He is lonesome, a lover of story, and he never sits still. Unlike his brother Fumblepaw, he was a lot more nervous becoming an apprentice. And he is super shy. Brush Petal was the one who was chosen to be his mentor, so here's hoping he can help Fluffpaw get out of his shell a bit more. There isn't really much I can say about Fluffpaw. This year's been pretty much a boring one for him, but yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. And finally, the last of the apprentices, we have Springpaw, who is 6 moons old. She is troublesome and interested in clan history. She was pretty excited to become apprenticed, and she vowed to her mentor Russellburn that she'll do her best. Springpaw and Russellburn have been working really hard together in trying to figure out ways to work around a condition that she was born with. It turns out she was born with a bad eye. The game didn't really specify how bad the eye is. They're not saying it's either partial blindness or full blindness. However, the two of them have been figuring out different techniques and strategies to really work around her condition. However, she's been working a little too hard lately because, much like multiple other cats, she sprained an ankle during training. And now moving on to our Elder's Den with our one and only elder, Milk Valley, who is now 142 moons old. Nothing much has changed about our dear elder, other than the fact that she's been acting very mysterious lately. She keeps leaving the camp in the middle of the night when no one is watching. Honestly, who knows what she's up to? Other than her unusual disappearances from camp every now and then, other than her randomly weird disappearances, she's just kinda had an uneventful year. She has been a little annoyed at the current prank war that's been going on in the clan. She's just barely on the verge of scratching Butterfly Pat's ear off if he puts one more needle in her nest again. And other than that, that's pretty much it. It's been a relatively boring year for dear old Milk Valley. And that's year 2 of Floraclan. Gonna be real honest, I'm so glad that there wasn't as many deaths as there was last year. It's given the clan enough time to recover and just relax a little bit. Also, sorry this video was a little later than I wanted it to. A lot of life stuff just kind of got in the way, but don't worry, year 3 is already being planned out. I already played through it. All I have to do is just draw the cats and all that other good stuff. The 4th year, however, might take a little longer considering the fact that I have other projects that I want to work on, other speed paints and animations and whatnot that are both warrior cats and also non-warrior cats related. Also, recently we have hit over 2,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you all so much for subscribing and chilling out with me. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for a milestone video yet, but don't worry, one is going to be created, I assure you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned for more content, including more Floraclan hijinks. See you guys in the next video. Bye!